Yes, lads, joebiline here, and today we are playing with Master Inform Falcao from this week's Team of the Week. Well, they don't really call it Team of the Week in FIFA Mobile. Of course, they just call it the Weekly Informs. And we've got Falcao, the main man, in it. Of course, this week's plan, I'll just briefly show it to you. Of course, 8 goals as usual, sometimes 10 actually, I think. Marquinhos looks a decent centre-back, and Javier Hernandez, who actually looks like quite a nice striker. Falcao, if you're buying him off the market currently, let's just pull him up for you all to show what he's going at now. He was going about 400 or so earlier. Let's see if he's dropped a little. Wait, no, he's 89, isn't he? Yep. Search, and he is 425, 450, 375, 340, 340. So yeah, it's costing you just over 300k to buy, which is quite cheap when you look at your stats. Of course, remember to leave a like if you enjoy these player reviews, and thanks to EA for supplying me with Falcao choose for you guys. Cheers to that, and go check out the Heartbreaker Di Maria review if you haven't seen that yet from yesterday. But let's get back into this now. Obviously, we'll jump back over to his stats, and I'm going to be honest, when I saw this card in form and I went and checked on Foothead to see what his in-game stats were before he got listed, I was impressed. I saw it, I thought, okay, his pace isn't even that slow, 80, 86. So about, if it was amalgamated, it would be about an 84, 83 pace. So I thought it isn't too bad, seeing as he's got decent height, he's got nice strength, 83 strength. I thought, oh, this could be the guy where it doesn't matter if he's too fast, because he should be able to shrug people off, slow them down. He's got the nice finishing there, like what, 91 on-card finishing, 91 positioning, 88 shot power, 100 heading, 89 dribbling. He can roulette, 95 composure, although I've heard composure only rarely affects penalties, so not too important really. But yeah, big tall guy who's got a decent pace for his size and strength, and he can roulette from the off. So instantly I was sort of thinking, oh, maybe it could be the card that I wish Man of the Match Kane could have been. After I've used him quite extensively now, I've probably played about 20-30 games with him now. Yeah, we'll just go over 5-4-1 fullback rush. Yeah, we'll go over that. Jump into that. If you don't follow him on Twitter at joebilineHD, do that. Recently decided, well, he hasn't sold yet. Okay, Chedu, Bailey, Sergio Ramos, Neuer, Ultimate Flashback in goal. This is going to be a tough test for him, but as we're playing, you'll see he's actually feels quite a lot. I don't know if it's just because I've got used to like Mertens and stuff. Wow, that was a terrible shot. He's shooting, I'll tell you this now, it's inconsistent. That should be onside. Shooting there, thank you. His shooting is pretty inconsistent. His pace, I'm going to tell you, the main word that comes out of this Falcao for me is sluggish. He does feel quite slow. Of course, his pace is a lot slower than what I've been used to recently with like my Mertens and my Suarez and my Firmino, who are faster cards. But I've used slower cards and I don't mind too much. Because especially if they've got some weight about them, then normally they should be able to use it to their advantage to be able to shrug people off. But with Falcao, he just seems a little bit too slow. And he can roulette, however his roulettes are, let's just say, they're kind of slow as well. Of course, you've got players like Giovinco, Di Maria, Mertens. They have really nice, fast roulettes. There, once again, he was getting pulled back. He managed to shrug him off this time, but the shot, when it finally came away, it just wasn't that good. What you'll see, you should see, as I play through these games, is that his shooting it can be at times very, very, very good. Alaba, is that enough? Ah, close. Very close to Pirlo, our league is now. I'm looking forward to getting Pirlo. He actually looks quite a nice card. Obviously he does roulette from the off as well, so that'd be nice. Looks a bit slow, but he looks like he should be nice for that position. Right, this should be Falcao here. Right, roulette here. That's worked. Shoot, and there you go. When you get that chance and it works, his roulette, his shot can be nice, but you've already seen he can miss shots that, especially from watching me, you'd know that I would normally score with my strikers. Right, what am I done here? Let's push this out wide to Salah. Oh, that was close. That was asking a lot, but it was nice. But first game done, and as you can see from Falcao, he pretty much summed up my sentiment of how I feel about him. He can have moments of goodness, but then he can also just be very sluggish, and his shooting's just not consistent enough. Let's jump into another game. Of course, that was against some of the best centre backs in the game. Let's jump into this one. Fullback rush I'm going to use. I've been using the target man a lot, which gives him the ball more, where you threw one-on-one more left defender to beat. And to be fair, in that he was missing a lot of chances. It's finding it hard to run straight at them and beat them. But in the 5-4-1, I find with the fullback rush, I find unlucky there. Do you find him to be better when I'm crossing the balls into him? Because normally when I'm crossing the balls into him, the defence has been beat and it's just up for him to put it into the back of the net then, which he has been faring a little better with here. Like here now, there we go. It does come off. It can come off. He's just inconsistent. He is going for about the 350k mark though, so you're instantly thinking in your head, right, he's 89 rated, he's got decent stats, he's that 350k mark, like a host of couple other strikers, like that 350 to 400 mark. You've got your master informed Giovinco, who's small, fast, and can roulette really fast, but he's very weak. Or you're going for like your Falcao, who's slowish, but he can shrug people off. He's just not as clinical. Like, your better option would be to go for a smaller man, because Falcao, he's not as imposing as I was hoping for. I definitely wouldn't recommend you go for Falcao, if I'm honest. There are players around that price that you can do better for, like your 92 Gomez, even your 92 Giroud, your Benzema if you pay a little bit more, like the 400 mark. Even man of the match Harry Kane I preferred over him, and he's a 93, although like I said in my review, he didn't feel like a 93. He felt like he was about an 88 or something. But yeah, man of the match Kane was a lot more clinical and a little bit more consistent. He was kind of sluggish like Falcao, and you do need a game changer in dribbling to make him do roulette. However, a lot of you more or less do have those now, because most people need them, because I feel like EA with a lot of releases, they always make their players like 87 dribbling, just to say, look, you can make them do dribbling, but you may have to sacrifice a position. So it's that choice you have to make. Do you want someone from the off, or do you want to get yourself set up to be able to? With Falcao, they let us do it from the off, which is definitely one of the things that would have dragged a lot more people to it initially, and it did me. I was looking forward to it, I was ready to buy it. Then EA were like, oh no, we'll send you over him anyway this week. So I was like, cheers, it means I can get it out for you guys sooner, because if not, I'd have probably had to wait until when I'm recording this to pick him up for him to drop, because I thought, looking at his price, looking at the card, he is probably going to settle around the 350, 400 mark. To get him first night, I would have paid about 800, then I would have lost quite a lot of coins. So thanks to EA for allowing me to get him out to you guys in a reasonable time, and for you guys to make that informed decision without losing a lot of coins. Of course, we've been going about the 350 mark, 300 and dropping. You could pick him up and you wouldn't make too much of a loss if you did decide to if you wanted to try him out then didn't get on with him. Yeah, we'll leave the counter on to show you the play still, because this is what works well. Wouldn't recommend him too much as a target man. Chiellini, Pelé company, obviously most of you probably do come up against Pelé and Diego Alves, so this will be a good test for the majority of you who are probably considering him. Straight away, it's a bit weird, like, because his roulettes are quite slow, it's a bit weird, because you don't want to leave it to do a late roulette like you can with like Mertens and Giovinco, because you know they can do it really quick. You need to kind of do it slow, but also because it is slow, if you don't do it early, it's a very fine margin, I'm trying to say. If you do it too early, then because of how slow the roulette is, it gives the defender enough time to position themselves, but if you do it too late, you can't get it off quick enough, so you have to time it right to get away, to almost sort of go back into it diagonally out of it. But then due to his quite sluggishness pace, he can't always accelerate away. So running with Falcao isn't the best. You are better off being in a position and a situation where you are crossing the ball to him. I do find headers and overheads to be quite inconsistent this year, so I do normally try and delay it to make sure I use his feet. And some games, absolutely every shot's an absolute bottle rocket that just flies in the back of the net. But as you've seen with some of these as well, he is inconsistent. Let's see, is he even in the box this time? Is that in there? No, that's Salah. That is in, but he's offside. But even though that's offside, you saw that he did get quite enough power on it. Would the keeper have saved it if he died? I'm not sure. He's just very inconsistent, so there are better options for you to go and get. And if you already got a player of a similar price and you're enjoying them and you're thinking, do I get rid and bring Falcao instead? If you're enjoying him and only wanting to improve for the better, I'd probably say don't bother. Remember, not every review I'm going to do is going to be praising a player, because that's what reviews are about. It's about giving you the informed decision to know if to go out and buy a player or not. And in Falcao's case, I would say probably don't do it. If you continue dropping to maybe the 250 mark, then it may be worth picking him up. And if your team's a lower rating and you generally come up against lower rating teams like you, obviously I come up against a lot of like all the 90 rated defence and stuff, so Falcao can't compete with them despite being similar ratings. Alright, there we go. Look, that's the talk about where the shot's too powerful to stop. It's shrugged off the defender here, he's quite close to him, and then he's managed to power it out, and that's the Jekyll and Hyde that Falcao can be. Some days he feels like an absolutely amazing, others he just feels sluggish and his shot is too slow. So it's very Jekyll and Hyde. I'd probably recommend not to go for him. The one thing that I fear will stop him from going down any more, or too much more, is the fact that Javi Hernandez, that 84 card, let me just show you that, see what he's actually going for at the moment. We'll do him as this find him. I hope it does at least. His card actually looks pretty nice. He's already going for the 150. You do need to, the only thing with Javi Hernandez that I guess will stop him from being higher, because that looks a nice card, especially for an 84 card, it's just 85 dribbling, so you would need 2 game changes in. If you want to maybe see me do a review on Javi Hernandez, let me know, because he could be similar to like Giovanni Dos Santos or a player like that. So if you do want to see a review on Hernandez, let me know and I can see what I can do about that for you. But yeah, I've got mixed feelings about Falcao. Probably wouldn't go for him, but he can be good when he performs well. He's just inconsistent. So do leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new here, come and follow me on Twitter at joebilineHD. I'll have a potential impact upgrades out for you early Saturday morning. I'll try and get that for you ASAP. See you all later. Peace.